Good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in October Daily 2024. We're doing day 21. 20, 21. Today, the story is Can the London Eye See? And I'm going with eyes and blue. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Because this is actually last night when I painted this, or Wednesday night for you. And I'm taking paper that I had witch spelled on an old jelly plate, probably with black Stabilo, and I'm altering it to fit my needs, or the London Eye's needs. And I just took a round vegetable can or fruit can or whatever this was, I don't know, bean can, and played with Stabilos and Neocolor 2s till I got an effect that I was happy with. And seashells and making pupils and making eyeballs and the like. Are these Greek eyes, the all-seeing eyes? No, these are Sherlock Holmes eyes. So totally different species, totally different. But I do know that I had fun. That's all that matters. That is my entire goal every single day. Just to have fun, have great comments from you guys, which I love, communicate. And if that happens, I have hit the jackpot. So then I took another one that I had done at home in black and white. Some of the colored papers that I made in September, and added some blue eyeballs, pupils, aka from the seashells, and same thing, mostly Neocolor 2s. In the morning, I add some other color, some Stabilos to it, but that's okay. And this one, because I want them to be a little bit different. These eyes might be a tad bloodshot. They're pink. I don't know. Then I decided to add a little bit more pink into it, and then I was thinking the pink didn't show up very much, and maybe I need to do something else, and went around it with Stabilo. That wasn't showing, so I just took that good old tempera paint stick and have at it. And love it. Love it. Just enough to give it eyeballs / carts in the London Eye that you sit in when you go round and round. I don't even know how many times you go around. We didn't do it. We saw it. But then I was like, the drop cloth paper, it needs a little bit of London Eye too. So anyhow, I was just playing. This was last night. Just playing, adding a little ghosts here and there. And then, adding some other color to it. But that's how stuff happens. That's how you get happy accidents. That's how you get great results. More importantly, that's how you have fun. Good morning. We have a working printer. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what I did, but the other day I did everything I've done so far, but today it worked. So we're not going to argue technology. We're just going to say thank you. And we're going to keep on moving. I have to put these in the book. '81. Mick Jagger is 81. That's a scary Halloween thought, if you ask me. Whee. But I have heard him talk on interviews, serious interviews, not like MTV or something like that, but like PBS type stuff. He's very intelligent. There's something about him. I don't know if I would find him attractive because of it, but he's highly trained in music. I think his father was a classical pianist or something like that. I mean, don't quote me on any of this. I think that's what I remember. Okay. We're just going to glue these down. Real quick. I moved the lamp a little bit, and I actually think it's worse. Okay. We had a very, very nice lunch yesterday with my husband's cousin. Her husband's birthday was yesterday. That was coincidental. We sat along the inland waterway, intercoastal waterway, and watched gigantic yachts come in for lunch. I couldn't afford the gas to put it in one of those things, let alone the boat. Okay, this is Who Knocked Over Stonehenge. We're just catching back up on our stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love this. Now these were all printed on a background that I already had. It's one of these because I can see some of the Tim Holtz stuff right there. But I lighten it up, but it's giving it texture and interest and all that kind of cool talk. Oh my gosh, I love this one. I'm going to leave some of the red exposed because I want it to all show. Who stole the crown jewels? All right, this is 221 Baker Street. Should we put it in upside down also? No, we might put it in upside right, just because then it looks like the other was intentional, right? Right. That's our story. I kind of want that 221 to show, but it won't. So, okay, on to today. Today, I'm going to read it to you. Oh, the dog heard me. I think I'm going to cut it out. I only have one story done. I don't have the rest of them done to fill up a page, but I can use this, so that's okay. And it's printed on the Study in Scarlet page. So there. So there. Which is the book, the first one he wrote. Okay. Can the London Eye see? S-E-A. This is not one of my favorite, but it's still okay. It goes in the collection, okay. When people go to London, many visit the Thames River. Along the Thames and along with the House of Parliament, there is the London Eye. It is a Ferris wheel type ride that will allow you to see London from a high position. Normally, there is a long line waiting for a ride on the London Eye, but not on this day. The London Eye is not in its normal spot. This day, it has been moved to the seacoast. How, why, and when are questions for the #1 consulting detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Please help us see where the London Eye disappeared to. So, with that thought process in mind, last night, I've done something to my tender, delicate flower ear, and I had a massive all day yesterday. Well, right after lunch. I don't know if it was sitting out in the sun. I don't know what. But I had a massive sinus ear infection thing that I get every once in a while. I'm trying to will it away because normally it takes antibiotics, but I'm trying to will it away. And part of that process is playing with art supplies. And you just saw that process in the beginning of this video. This is the front, this is the back. And a little bit of them ran over onto here. So, I'm going to glue these two together. Maybe tape them. Let's use up this roll of wide tape. This wide tape is the only one I have left that's wide. But we both, my husband and I both had blackened grouper tacos. They were delicious. And there were lots of dogs there. There was another one that looked like Gunner, but it wasn't Gunner. In fact, we both spotted each other. The owners spotted each other at the same time. I'm like, she goes, is that a Havanese? I said, yes. I said, is yours? She goes, no. And I cannot remember the name of the dog. It was a name I have never heard of. She said, it's quite similar. I said, oh, well, yours must be more mild-mannered because ours is going to eat yours in about 3.5 seconds. Because he thinks he's royalty. So, anyhow, she was very nice. And I got to pet it and everything. But Gunner was behaving miserably, so I said, I better go. And then we all ate our lunches Oh dear, oh dear. And then these other two, like, oh shoot, it's all kinds of crooked, but it's sticking to the tape. This one of the gigantic boats that came in had some kind of like labradoodle, golden doodles on it, and kind of went crazy for those two. Started barking and disturbing everybody's peaceful tranquility lunch. And we had to embarrassingly tell him to be quiet, which of course he did not listen to. And my husband's cousin, she's super, they're both super nice people. And they have a very well-behaved, but older poodle, tiny poodle of some kind. And she doesn't like other dogs. And I'm going to put this right here. Anyhow. But they understand dogs that don't like other dogs, but they don't understand why we ordered an extra hamburger patty for the dog. And the waitress was like, really? And my husband's like, yeah. She said, just a plain hamburger patty. Just a plain hamburger patty. She goes, okay. And of course, he ate his before we ate ours, but whatever. Okay, I'm trying to just include this where the pattern would be if this was all one piece of paper. I guess I can do that. It's going to show. The writing's going to show. I printed this really light. In hindsight, I wouldn't have done that, but at the time, I didn't know. And a little bit of black. I hadn't done this before. I kind of like this. Now this one's going to block everything out. Okay, that's the back. We're satisfied with that. I wonder if I can't do this. We're just going to pretend. Okay, now this. I need to mess with all my eyes. These might be a little bit darker than the Neocolor 2 that I used last night. Are these the same one? No. Those eyes are pretty good. Those pupils. Let's see. Let's do the blue first. All right. We'll let that dry a little bit and kind of contemplate how I'm going to make a title. I do not know. Except that I've got this here. And even though we have no purple, we can work around that, possibly. What's my title again? Can the London Eye See? Oh, that's right. Okay. I never remember. It was just 3 minutes ago, but whatever. All right. Obviously, we need to do... I think I'm going to do it in Neocolor 2s because those are the lightest. I can control the shade. I just want it to be like in the background. And then maybe a little bit of this. And a little bit of black. Oh, you know what? I should have used marker. Oh, well. Here we go. You know what? I am going to use marker. So that's going to take forever to dry. It's real interesting. I found some shells on the beach again this morning. The tide's just right. And I found some more of those gigantic whelks. I'll try to remember to take a picture. I think I keep saying that. I will, and I keep forgetting. No brain power. That's whatsoever. Okay. Get all this out of my way. You know I came up with, though, in my moments of feeling sorry for myself in my ear and everything else, I'm like, why don't I take the Neocolor 2s, the Stabilos, and the Tempera paint sticks and separate them all into colors and have them like lined up right here, like all the yellows, all the reds, all the oranges, all the blues, blah, blah, blah. Like, I might do that. Try that down here and see if I like it, and maybe do it at home, even though I have to relabel my drawers, but that's okay. Okay. I think I don't want a square. Well, I might cut it out, or I might tear it. So let's just see. Let's put the title in first. What is it again? Get the London Eye See. Okay. We did see the London Eye a lot, just because of the area we were in. And it's quite prominent along the skyline, especially if you're close to Lake Parliament. You can still see it in a lot of places. All right, let's just kind of just make a orb of some kind. Hopefully you can't hear the dog barking, but you might be able to. This does not have to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. But I might do a couple little ones along the way. Oh, that dog. I'm sure our neighbors just love us. We're all squished in here, you know. Oh my gosh. We went last night on the golf cart and went and looked at Halloween decorations. And we stayed out on that until way after dark. And it was like, it's getting spooky around here. Oh, you know what? Let me dry this real quick. All right. That's good enough. But I think I'm going to put a border around this one, especially since I can't cut straight here. Then I need to go work on the rest of the stories. And Halloween is, I think, a week from today. Yesterday for you guys. I just want a real messy border. Oh, here it is. And that kind of covers up the last couple letters of witch that were on the paper originally. Oops, let's let this border show. And I kind of like that. Oh dear, I don't have the holes in. I guess that's less chance of me doing it upside down when I put them in last. I don't know if I can get it along here. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Oh, but here's a page protector. Hopefully that's aligned right. Oh, I love this one. The crown jewels have lost their stones. Oh, no. Oh, phew. I did it wrong. It is kind of off kilter, but that's okay. It's Halloween. You can get away with off kilter. Oh, this is, in my opinion, just me. I started out with a much, these are the things I left at home. And I only printed like enough for halfway through because I was going to print the rest down here. But I left half of the half at home. So it was going to start out looking more like what a graphic artist might do if they were ill-educated. But it's morphing into my style. Tomorrow we need to do a tip-in one again. And this one's still my favorite. Still my favorite. The Case of the Missing Ear. High Street Hijinks. I like the thought process, but I'm not sure I like how it came together. Here's another resting spot. The Jumper of Tower Bridge. I like this one because I love the color coordination that I did on accident purposely. This one fits in now. I didn't like it at first, but it does fit in. The red is kind of jarring, but it's jarring in the best sort of way. Oh, here's another tip in. Haunted Highclere. I do like this one too. But I think that's where the grunge started morphing in. And then the Hound of Columbia. This one is really off. You know what? Now, let's do this. Make it look more like urban sketching than it does. You probably can't even see this. And I don't want it to be perfect because, you know, my skill level is not there. My fun meter is, but my skill level is not. And I even traced this one on the iPad. But I purposely traced it rather sloppily because I know it leads to my... And I didn't want it to be perfect. I don't know why I'm making excuses. It's not going to be perfect. It's mine. That's okay. I'm okay with non-perfect. And I kind of like non-perfect. And then I can add some curly cues like a tree or bushes. Get that a little bit more defined. Not perfect, purposely. Oh, that adds a lot. That adds a lot. It helps. There's a little something going on there. Glow of a window or something. Stained glass window. Maybe a little blue glass too. Okay, that helps. Okay. Don't hate it now. Don't, but it needs a little bit of black. Oh, I don't think I got that one wet. There is some. A little bit. Now we can't go past that because it needs to dry better. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. All right. I think that's it. This is such a fun project. It really, really is. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can just balance that right there and keep going. Parliament Puzzler. It's supposed to be puzzle pieces. Another resting spot. Cotswold's Caper. I love that one. The bats. Was Albert victorious? Love that. Lost at Liberty. Ooh. That could use a little bit more brown to represent some of the timbers inside. Was Big Ben ever big? I love that one too. I like this one. Poisoned Fish and Chips. Steve Jobs and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle talking to each other. Or Sherlock Holmes and Steve Jobs, I guess. What's going on here? Okay. 221B. No, 221C. The Missing Baker. of 221C. That is coming apart for some reason. Because it's trying to stick to slick paper. Let's put some tape on it. Who is Hidden in Hyde Park? I love this. Apparently I'm on an eyeball kick. That leads to mysteries, right? Right. Surely Sir Arthur Conan Doyle had the same problem. I mean, these are his books after all. We're just doing what he tells us, what I found. Okay, that's better. Who knocked over Stonehenge? Love this. Another resting spot. It's always Halloween in my soul. This paper came from the Cotswolds. Crown jewels have lost their stones. I love this. Love this. Love it. Kendall London, I see. Love that too. Tomorrow? What shall ever happen? I do not know. I guess it did okay. All right. All right. Thanks for watching. I will see you all tomorrow.